Hey guys, 31 Hashtag here. There wasn't a lot, but it's time for Aing Your Cues. Robo9078 asks, why did you choose to play my games, and how'd you find them? Okay, so I wanted to tell you how I pick my games for a while now. So, first I go on GameJolt and filter for new games with the FNAF tag, and only games that are available for Windows or browser, just so they know I can play them. I also filter for games that are complete/stable or in early access. Next, I scroll down to the last game in my list, then I start scrolling up so I can look through them chronologically. When I see a game that makes me curious or seems interesting, I open it up in a new tab. Once I get to the top of the list, I go to the first game I opened and read the page. At this point, I can pretty much determine if the game is worth playing. I look for posts, screenshots, comments, and or a description that's more than just, this game is cool, play it. Some things I specifically look for are if the game looks like it's in a finished state, if the game is a repost, if the game is even in English, and if the game has a good look. Some things I am biased against are instructions in the descriptions, games with very little on the page, and games that look like they've been poorly made. I then decide if I should play it based on both the game itself and the games I've chosen to go before and after it. The last part that determines if I play a game is that if I can even play and record it. My computer is really old and needs an upgrade, so some games may not run on my computer. Sometimes it just doesn't work, sometimes it runs so slow you'd think the game ran on duct tape and prayers, and some games get deleted by Windows antivirus before I can play it. Also, some games just refuse to be recorded. I would show you footage, but, you know. There are only 6 games that weren't chosen this way, those being Candies Remastered, Tesla Survival, One Night at Creepy Diner, One Night at Entitled 3, A Game of Death, and One Escape at Frankie's, also entitled Halloween and Bala Golaba. Candies, Tesla Survival, and Creepy Diner were the first games in the series, and I didn't really know what I was doing. Untitled 3 and A Game of Death are games I made, and One Escape at Frankie's was found on Newgrounds. Bala Golaba was found through a post by its creator, Bot. Also, I take most game suggestions into account, so if someone comments that they want me to play a game, assuming the game actually follows the rules of the series, it'll be more likely that I'll play the game. That's mostly why I picked Chris and Rita's and Five Nights at GameJolt's. So to answer the first part of your question, I chose One Night at David's House because I wanted to play a sillier game at the time, and FNAF World 2 because I like FNAF World. Vainest of Gaming asks, how many fan games that you've played had decent voice acting, and could you name off some examples? There's a surprisingly small amount of games with voice acting, and even less with good voice acting. However, when there is good voice acting, it's really good. Chica's Party World Rebaked has some good voices, and so does Virus J. Those are really the only games I can think of off the top of my head with really good voice acting. _CFMCA asks, do you have any tips on disabling the ticking device I found on my porch? I don't really know. Okay, listen to me exactly. If there's a purple wire, you cut the green wire, then tie the brown wire around the red one. If there's no purple wire, but there is a blue wire and no red wire, cut the brown wire and the green wire at the same time using a non-conductive material. No, wait, switch that around. If there's a red wire and no purple or blue wire, you pull out the red wire, wrap it around the brown one, and plug it back in with reversed polarity. Regardless of which, cut the brown wire last. Or was it the green wire? Yeah, no, it was the brown wire. If there's no brown wire, buy a brown wire, add it to the device, then follow the instructions. No matter what you do not touch the black wire. Unless there's a blue, red, purple, green, and brown wire, in which case you rip all of them out in reverse alphabetical order by color, not including the orange wire. I didn't know you knew how to disarm stuff. I don't know how, I'm literally in your head. Vainest of Gaming asks, do you ever plan on replaying other FNAF fan games that you didn't list? I might. Really, it depends on the game. If the game was deleted, cancelled, removed, or similar, I'm probably not going to return to it. I'm probably also not returning to games in the lower tiers as seen on my tier list, just because some of the games down there have little to no gameplay or are just bad. There's no sugarcoating it, some of them are just straight up bad. As for the others, I'll probably return to the best ones eventually, probably when I get a better computer so I can actually play them without lag. As for your game, Nights in the Pillow Fort, I might return to it if there's enough demand for it. Or maybe I could go through the best games I played in a different series. Comment down below if you'd be interested in that. Anyways, that's the end of the Q&A, but don't leave just yet, I've got one last announcement for y'all. I have a second channel! I decided to keep this channel dedicated to gaming and edited videos, and to have a second channel, 31 Sharps, for music and custom remixes. There should be some content on the channel already. Some of my favorite songs, some projects I've made, some covers, and some Rhythm Heaven custom remixes. To get my FNAF audience to actually go over there, I've got a Rhythm Heaven remix editor version of all the Rhythm Nights at Hapa minigames. Rhythm Nights at Hapa is a Rhythm Heaven inspired FNAF fan game I made for the Fredit Game Jam. The original game has a secret level, and now that secret level has become a secret video in a Rhythm Heaven Remix Editor 3 file with a remastered version of that secret level hidden in a short ARG. have fun finding it. Anyways, check out 31 Sharps. Okay,